That pre-warm-up is a beautiful time to be on the field. No pads on. You just kind of got shirts on. You got shorts on. You're just kind of like feeling yourself. They had a close-up on this Joe Burrow guy's face on all the TVs in the stadium. I've never seen somebody more calm, cool, and collected. Like, normally that's a thought where guys have their music on and they're like bobbing and they're like in their own zone. He just didn't even know where he was, it felt like. This guy, nothing was too big for him. And I don't know if he didn't understand how massive the SEC championship is because he's coming from the Big Ten, which I don't think I understood how big it was until I was there. I mean, it is insanity down there. It's a cult. Mm-hmm. You just got cults taking on other cults.
Yep.
And they're very passionate. When I saw very accomplished humans just barking, I was like, man, this is wild.
Different world.
Different world. But Joe was so calm, so cool, so collected. And the plays he was making on the field, both with his feet and his arm and his brain. In the story that Coach O told about how his phone broke last week, and we won't give him Luke O new phone. He said, I want phone. I want to focus on football. That, for me, I was like, oh, this guy loves football. He's from Ohio, so you know he has grit in him. I mean, that's just something that comes naturally from being from Ohio. He's got all the talent in the world, and he loves football. Joe Burrow, everybody was talking about tanking for Tua and stuff like that. I said very early on that I thought this Burrow guy was the guy. Now that I've seen him in person, Joe Burrow is going to make hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars playing quarterback. I honestly believe that, but I think the College Football Playoff Committee got it right. LSU beats 4 top 13 players to end, or top 13 teams to end their season. Not Ohio State's fault, not Clemson's fault that they couldn't do that. This is just how it was and how it went. And I think what LSU did to Georgia there was demoralizing to Georgia. I watched the soul get sucked out of a lot of humans down there. But Ohio State has stumbled a little bit. A couple times against Penn State, they struggled a little bit. They still get a big win. They stumbled a little bit against Wisconsin here early. Now, we mentioned in the first hour that Chase Young, good offense line. I guess he was getting triple teamed, which, by the way, guess that's a good strategy. Let's assume that the good football teams are going to do that going forward. So you can stop Chase Young and get going. I still believe Ohio State's the most well-rounded team. They got 3 Heisman winners. But if Joe Burrow is on the field, I'm betting on Joe Burrow. I haven't got a chance to see Trevor Lawrence. Obviously, Trevor Lawrence was the same guy last year, national champion as a freshman. But Joe Burrow just hits different. And Clemson hasn't got a chance to play anybody. That's not their fault. I'll be excited to see how they do against Ohio State. That is going to be a electrifying game in Arizona. I think it's a Fiesta Bowl. And then Oklahoma, Jalen Hurts, Lincoln Riley, good brain. Baylor, golly, Baylor was so close to a college football player. Yeah. We have footage of me watching the end of that game in overtime where they're using their third-string quarterback and still in it and taking Oklahoma all the way to the wire there in overtime. Baylor, if they sneak in a college football playoff, good for this show, by the way.
Yeah.
Have Matt Rule, and that would be great for sick 'em Bears. By the way, go dogs, sick 'em. That's what they do.
Okay.
That's their kickoff chant.
I like that.
It was insane.
Do
dude.
bulldogs bark?
Yeah, it's all they do. They snore when they breathe. Every breath they
can't
take.
breathe. They can't bark either.
No. Every time they breathe, they snore, and they bark at the littlest things. And it seemed like that's their fan base as well. It's a perfect – Georgia and Bulldogs are a perfect correlation. Mm-hmm. I learned a lot about the SEC, and I'm excited for the college football playoff, and I think they actually got it right. I think they got it right. I think everybody will say it. And that Ohio State-Clemson game is going to be one that we want to watch. And I feel bad for Oklahoma. I like the Big 12. I like Baylor. I like Jalen Hurts betting on himself. I like Lincoln Riley, who's probably going to be the head coach of the Cowboys. That is with no inside information. That's just me saying that. I think that Joe Burrow guy is the truth. And if we can get Joe Burrow versus Justin Fields or Joe Burrow versus Trevor Lawrence, that national championship is going to be awesome. And I think they got it right, honestly. In something that is so subjective, I think it worked out for a way that they couldn't get it wrong, and they didn't get it wrong, even though there was a chance that they possibly could.